I mean it. I was shopping for the new camera yesterday, and I bought this as the new camera a couple of years ago, and oh man, this thing's going to be tits. I spent 30 seconds reading about it on Amazon. This thing will be great. And I picked a camera that sucks. And spent a decent amount of money on a camera that sucks ass. I need a nice camera that is idiot-proof. It can't just be a nice camera. I'm sure if you gave this camera to somebody who knows what they're doing, they could probably make it decent. I need a camera that's retard-proof. Because I've never been in the making cameras look good business. I've been in the radio business. So there's one of two things you can do. You can take a little course. You can become better at handling cameras and managing cameras. Or you can get something that's idiot-proof. And I think for me, the best case to, the thing that's always done best for this show is when we do the shit that's completely idiot-proof. So I'm shopping for the camera yesterday. We got our new signage and our new backdrop coming. The only thing is, what am I going to do for the backdrop of the backdrop? I'm not painting. Would it be fun to paint? Yeah. But do I really, then when I want to sell this, if I ever want to sell this place, do I want to paint the entire downstairs area, that whole living room over there, that area over there? Like, I have this little studio space, and then I have like a whole lived-in basement, like a large basement. I don't want to paint the whole fucking thing. So what kind of backdrop can we just kind of put up here that's not like a sheet? I know they have installable shit. And I got to start thinking about that. McBuster says it takes an hour to set up and paint, you lazy shit. That's not it. I don't want a mismatched basement. It looks terrible. We'll put something up, but this new sign we've got coming is amazing. Like, it's really nice. The person who made it has done an incredible job, and they've been sending me updates on it. And it is, from the pictures I've been seeing, it's 100% worth the wait. But I got all this shit that's gonna have to come down, like a bunch of shit that's gonna have to come down. And I've been looking at the cameras and everything, and I'm not gonna do the camera until the sign gets here. I want to do it all at once, right? Spend one weekend doing it, make it look perfect. And it's also my opportunity, if I want to move anywhere else, I could move somewhere else. I've even thought about, and this is too much, and I'm not going to end up doing this, but I've even thought about insulating the far wall of the garage. The rest of the garage is insulated. Insulating the far wall of the garage in the third stall and putting in some heat and moving the whole thing out there. And I think that would be kind of fun. So I've given everything a lot of thought. It's just that in the winter, that sounds like horse shit. I could also talk to Jaeger Curb and Concrete, and they could put a nice surface. I mean, the surface of my garage is fine now, but they can put a nice heat-friendly surface in there and the whole deal. It's, I've been thinking about it a lot because we've been doing all this stuff, and the reason we've been able to do all this stuff is because for the last 8 weeks, the audience has been crushing these goals, and the show's been doing incredibly well, and it's at a point now where it's like, well, put something into it, you asshole. Put something into it. So the camera, the sign, and then, because I know once the camera and sign get here and that gets taken care of, I'm not going to want to do anything. I'm going to want to sit down here. I'm going to want to do the show, and I'm like, okay, sit back. Like, all of it will need to get done at once because I know me. But I was like, this audience has been kicking it in the ass for you so hard these last few months. And the month of April has like way more days than usual on it. Give these people a break, Give these people a break. So today's goal, $150. $150 for today's goal. We'll call it a perfect week. And what I'm trying to say is, nobody better than the Toe fans. Nobody better than the Steel Toe audience. And even if you're one of the people who's in here just to seethe at me every day, even if you're one of the people who's in here going, look, he's been through the worst. He's pulverized his own life into a fine powder, as we said on last night's show, and he's bounced back from it, and he's clearly won that. Even if you're still here, I respect you and appreciate you because you really are the Germans in the bunker. You really are the Japanese living in caves in Okinawa in 1970. You are hanging in there till the bitter end. It wasn't just fashionable for you. It wasn't just joining the crowd. You honestly believe in your hatred of me so much that it takes a brave soldier to pick up a rifle and fight a losing battle. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So you're getting a break as well. And I appreciate your time and energies. Because, I even appreciate Triple N. Triple N's fighting the losing battle. And, you would think Triple N would have learned by believing people that, his boy Mersh when he says, Aaron's going to have to eat that felony. Female cop. And, he was wrong about that. And you guys have been wrong about just about everything. And it's been fun to poke fun at you. But for you to still have the confidence you have to go the way you have and continue to fight this losing battle, not only have you given us an amazing amount of entertainment and it's been fun to goof on you, but you still believe, and I know you think I'm trolling you. There's something about that I respect. And you give fuel to this program, and you deserve a little thank you as well. Eldrain's been on fire lately. He says the month of April is probably going to be flat, maybe a bit crazy, but it will prefer middle-aged men who drive sports cars. Dildo says, morning, Coper. Yeah, the Copers are still here in the bunker. I think Dildo's right. The people who said dead to rights on the felony and all this other stuff, they are Copers, but they hung in there. Absolutely, Dildo. I'm glad you're on our side. Member of the channel, the whole deal. Now, either I'm right about that, and I'm thanking you, or I'm being a... Your response gets to decide. No, Kloppo, that part of the deal has already been worked out. When we do decide to move forward, it's going to be here. I don't know if you know this or not, but one of the two places I'd be going, there's a lot of heat I have with a lot of people who I kind of trampled over on my march to the top. So we've decided in our talks that it would be best for all parties if I just did it in this setup here. I think that would, both parties are in agreement on that one. We'll talk about it further in May. But I don't want to get people mad and upset and, pounding their keyboards and shit. But yes, no matter what, the show will be done here and the show will be done. It will always be on YouTube and Rumble, no matter what else gets added. Now, I don't want to keep upsetting these people. I'm cocking off a little too much. I don't want to invite bad karma. That's the thing. People are like, oh, what they're saying isn't correct, so they can't say it. That's not true. You're allowed to be wrong. You just have to have, you don't have to have the smoke, you don't have to have the fire. You just have to have the smoke. I can't sue. First of all, being a public figure, there's very little I can sue for. But there's only one thing that's happened to me in the last year that I could file a lawsuit for. But I'd feel dirty if I did it. It would just, it's not worth it.